When you're cooking a meal, a messy stovetop is unavoidable. No matter how careful you are or what you cook, especially if it's anything with grease, your stovetops end up looking like this. Is there a way to avoid the mess while still being able to cook the meals we love? SplatterDome is here to help. A silicone splatter guard that sits on top of your pot or pan. The product promises the chef easy access to their food while protecting the stovetop from cooking disasters like boil over, grease splatters, and more. But will the SplatterDome actually keep the stovetop clean? And is it really that easy to cook with? Let's put it to the test and get cooking.
So as you can clearly see in my kitchen situation, there's not a lot of space to cook, which makes a lot of room for mess. So what I'll be doing today is I'm going to be cooking with one of the most messy foods in the kitchen, bacon. A well-beloved food amongst cooks. So I'm going to be cooking some bacon in my trusty cast iron skillet today, and we are going to dust the SplatterDome to see if it will reduce splatters and keep my stovetop nice and clean so I can avoid cleaning up those grease stains later.
The SplatterDome comes in two sizes, 8 to 10 inch and 10 to 12 inch, to fit most pots and pans. We'll be using the 10 to 12 inch to fit my cast iron pan. Before we start cooking, let's adjust the height of the SplatterDome and place it on top of the pan. Then, turn on the burner and start cooking. With the removable ventilation lid on top of the SplatterDome, inserting the bacon into the pan was a breeze and allowed easy access to cook while protecting myself from flying grease.
Let's take a look to see how our bacon's doing. Ooh, look at that, it's looking super yummy. And look, all the grease splatters are on the lid. Awesome. So now I'm able to reach inside to give our bacon a little flip.
Taking a look inside, you can see all the splatters along the walls of the SplatterDome, and not on my stovetop. That's a relief.
So we're just gonna let that simmer a minute, and we'll come back and get it in a few minutes.
It looks like the bacon's done. Let's get it out of the pan and see what type of mess I have to clean up.
So the SplatterDome worked way better than I could have ever imagined. When I was cooking the most greasy food that I can even think of, my stovetop is almost completely spotless. There are only just a few little grease spots, but that's just because it's like when you lift the lid, grease is bound to just fly out when you're cooking something delicious as that. And check this out, the SplatterDome took care of all of that grease that was splattering around, landed right on the lid, could have ended up on my stovetop, but it's right on here. So now I can enjoy my bacon without worrying about the mess. So I definitely say SplatterDome is a bargain.